Musa looked through Vera's backpack and found one of her preschool books. Inside the front cover, Veronica had written her name and phone number. Musa dialed Veronica's number, his voice calm but piercing. "Hello, Miss Jones, we have your daughter. If you want to see her again, bring us 5 million naira. You have 24 hours and don't you dare involve the police, or else you will not see her again." A long time ago, in the busy city of Lagos, lived Veronica Jones, a single mother, hustled through her usual morning routine. Her daughter Vera, only 3 years old, was playing with her favorite teddy bear in the living room. "Vera, sweetheart, time to get dressed," Veronica called, rushing from the kitchen to the bedroom. She had an important meeting at work and needed to drop Vera at preschool on time. Vera, with her chubby cheeks and curious eyes, obediently lifted her arms to be dressed as she and her mother recited her morning affirmations. Veronica could not help but smile at her daughter's innocent yet smartness. She dressed Vera in a cute pink dress, tied her hair into two ponytails, and packed her lunchbox with her favorite snacks. They left their small apartment, Veronica balancing her handbag, Vera's backpack, and the keys. The drive to Little Angel's preschool was filled with Vera's gabble and Veronica's thoughts about the upcoming day. Veronica's job as a marketing executive at a bustling firm demanded a lot from her. That day, a major project was due, and Veronica was already feeling the pressure. After dropping Vera off, she kissed her daughter goodbye, her mind already at work. The day flew by in a whirl of projects, presentation and deadlines. Veronica barely had time to eat, let alone think of anything else. As the clock struck 5 p.m., a sudden realization hit her like a thunderbolt. She had completely forgotten to pick Vera up from preschool. In panic, she grabbed her things and ran out of the office, her heart pounding in her chest. The traffic seemed unusually heavy. Every red light and incurable delay. She frantically called the policeman, but there was no answer. The school's officials hour ended at 4:30 p.m., and by now the staff would have left. Meanwhile, at Little Angel's preschool, Vera had waited patiently, watching as one by one her friends were picked by their parents. The teachers, assuming Veronica was running late, waited with her for a while. When it became obvious that nobody was coming, they decided to lock up the school, assuming Veronica would arrive shortly. Vera, being the curious and independent child, she decided to go looking for her mother. She pushed open the gates, her tiny legs walking slowly into the streets. It wasn't long before she wandered further away from the preschool, her innocent mind unaware of the dangers around her. As Vera wandered down the street, she caught the attention of a group of men sitting in a parked car. They exchanged glances, recognizing an opportunity. The leader, a man named Musa, got out and approached Vera with a friendly smile. "Hello dear, little one, are you lost?" Musa asked, walking towards her. Vera saw the unfamiliar uncle walking towards her as he spoke, but unable to fully understand, she nodded and responded, "Mommy did not come." Musa glanced around, then picked Vera up into his arms. "Don't worry, we'll help you find your mommy," he said. They drove away, Vera sitting quietly in the back seat, holding her teddy bear tightly. When Veronica finally arrived at the preschool, it was deserted. Panic set inside of her as she called out for Vera, running through the empty playground and classrooms. She quickly dialed the preschool management, hoping someone might still be around. "Hello, this is Veronica Jones. I am looking for my daughter Vera. She's only 3 years old. Please, is there anyone there?" Her voice was filled with fear. After a few tormenting moments, a voice answered, "Miss Jones, we waited with your daughter for as long as we could, but she's not here anymore. We assume you had picked her up." The words sent a chill down Veronica's spine. "What do you mean she's not there? Where could she have gone?" Tears welled up in her eyes as she realized the gravity of the situation. Her little girl was missing. Please, if you've watched to this point, it will mean a lot if you can support this channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Subscription is absolutely free. Just click on the red button on your screen and you'll be notified whenever we post any of our interesting African story. And to my returning subscribers, I want to say a big thank you to you. Now let's continue. Musa and his men took Vera to an old house on the outskirts of the city. Vera, though frightened, remained quiet, her big eyes observing her new environment. Musa looked through Vera's backpack and found one of her preschool books. Inside the front cover, Veronica had written her name and phone number. Musa dialed Veronica's number, his voice calm but piercing. "Hello, Miss Jones, we have your daughter. If you want to see her again, bring us 5 million naira. You have 24 hours, don't you dare involve the police, or else you will never see her again." Veronica's heart stopped. "Who are you? Where is my daughter? Please let me speak to her," she pleaded. "Calm down, she's safe for now. But if you want her back, you need to bring us the money. I'll send you the address. You have 24 hours. And don't you dare test my patience." The line went dead, and Veronica collapsed onto the floor, holding her phone tightly as if her life depended on it. The thought of her precious Vera in the hands of criminals was unbearable. She needed to act fast. Frightened with no one else to turn to, Veronica called her brother Tunde, who worked in the police force. Despite the kidnapper's warning, she knew she needed his help. Tunde arrived at her apartment within minutes, bringing a team of trusted officers with him. "We all find her, Veronica, I promise," Tunde assured her, though his own worry was evident. The police began their investigation, tracing the call, tests, and guarding any lead possible. They interviewed the preschool staff, nearby residents, and anyone who might have seen Vera. The hours ticked by, each moment feeling like an eternity for Veronica. In the old house, Vera remained calm, her sharp little mind observing everything. She knew these men were not her parents, but she also knew she needed to be brave. Musa and his gang underestimated her, believing she was too young to understand or cause any trouble. But that night, as the men discussed their plan in another room, Vera noticed a small window slightly ajar. With determination, she crawled towards it, her tiny fingers gripping the edge as she pulled herself up. The night air was cool against her skin as she climbed through the window and onto the ground outside. Veronica's heart was heavy with fear and guilt as she waited for any news. Suddenly, her phone rang. It was Tunde. "Veronica, we have traced the call. We are heading to the location now. Stay put and stay strong." Meanwhile, Vera was making her way through the dark streets, her tiny feet carrying her as fast as they could. She did not know where she was going, but she knew she needed to find her mommy. Her courage and determination kept her going, even as the night grew darker. Veronica could not bear the thought of sitting and waiting. She grabbed her car keys and followed the police direction to the location they have traced. As she drove through the city, her mind was filled with thought of Vera, hoping and praying that her little girl was safe. When she arrived, she saw Tunde and his team surrounding the old house. Her heart raced as she approached them. "Veronica, stay back, we all handle this," Tunde instructed, but Veronica could not stay away. She needed to find her daughter. Just as the police were about to enter the house, a small figure emerged from the shadows. Veronica's eyes widened as she saw Vera, her little dress dirty and her face filled with tears. Vera! Veronica screamed, rushing towards her daughter. She scooped her up in her arms, holding her tightly as tears streamed down her face. Oh, my baby! Thank God you are safe. Vera clung to her mother, her tiny arms wrapped around Veronica's neck. Mommy, I am scared, she whispered. Musa and his gang, realizing their plan had failed, tried to flee, but the police were ready. They quickly got hold of the kidnappers, securing them in handcuffs. Tunde approached Veronica, relief washing over his face. You are safe now, Vera. You are both safe, he said, placing a reassuring hand on Veronica's shoulder. Veronica nodded, her emotions overwhelming her. She hid Vera close, vowing never to let her go out of her sight again. The nightmare was over, and she was grateful beyond words. The days that followed were a blur of police reports, news interviews, and visits from concerned families and friends. Veronica took time off work to be with Vera, focusing on her daughter's well-being and recovery. Vera, with the love of her mother, recovered quickly, her cheerful nature returning. Veronica, however, knew she needed to make changes in her life. The incident had shown her how precious and fragile life was. She decided to find a job that allowed her to spend more time with Vera, and she started attending therapy to deal with the trauma and guilt she felt. Moral lesson. The moral lesson of this story is this: not all bad and unpleasant things that happen to us are caused by the devil. Sometimes we put ourselves in the spot due to our actions. But like Veronica, I want you to know that no matter your mistake, negligence, and busy schedule, you can do better. Something good can still come out of that unpleasant situation. Don't let the mistake you have made define your relationship with your child or your children. May God give all our mothers, especially the single moms, the grace and wisdom to strike a good balance between work and parenting. Till next time, bye.